last Friday after class, I went immediately to a meeting of the Hebrew teachers with Julia Loeb and Ellen Bresnick, who are the chairs of the education committee and who are behind all of, the fact that we even started having these Hebrew classes. And we talked about moving forward the next semester and how to register and some of the glitches that they had with the pass registration. And I suggested that students, particularly in the beginner class, in our class and the other classes the same as ours, be given some priority registration so that you guys wouldn't encounter any of that problem. And basically Julia said, regardless of how we do it, you won't get closed out. You guys will get priority. I also suggested that I think personally, the beginner class should be more than just, this fall semester or what was my spring semester. What I did in the spring, so class ended, the end of the first week of June, approximately. I don't remember the date. And then the fall semester didn't pick up until you guys came in, right? So I didn't think a gap of that size would allow those students to retain their knowledge and really pick up where they needed to be. So I kept teaching throughout the summer. And I wasn't the only teacher who did that. There was at least one other one, maybe two, who did that. And we had finished the book, Shalom Aleichem, and then we just used the prayer book. And then we used the Machzor because it's like, we're meeting every week. It's August. Let's get ready for high holidays. Let's familiarize my students, right, with prayers they're about to encounter in shul so they won't feel lost. It all went beautifully, smoothly, wonderfully. And I was told by one of the teachers who's teaching the advanced beginner class that my students came in exactly in what she would consider to be where they should be for advanced beginner, where that class should pick up. She said a lot of other students were not of that same spot. So where I'm going with this is, if you guys, so I don't think the the spring semester will start until, last year it started in February. I'm anticipating it'll start in February, but they haven't told me the date. They haven't publicized it. But even though we are supposed to end on December 17th, we as a group can decide to continue to go forward until you pick up, whatever the advanced beginner class begins. I don't have great plans for travel at this point. That way you won't lose ground and you will be truly prepared for what is considered advanced beginner. We'll decide as a group whether, so next week, what is next week?
19th.
Thank you, the 19th. Oh, somebody already turned my calendar. That's my confusion. Someone in my household changed the calendar on me. Okay, so the 19th I assume is good with everybody. The question is the 26th? And I can take a poll. You all can tell me by email or whatever who can and who can't. And if the majority of you can, then maybe I'll have a class. If the majority of you can't, I won't have a class, or at least if we have a class, we won't do anything new. How does that sound?
I mean, you'll make it like a review.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we just raise our hands instead of bothering with emails? I mean, I got so many emails, I'm sure.
All right, sure. Okay, hold on, let me get a piece of paper.
Rachel, will you be sure to tape that class also, or is that not going to work because the main office won't be handling it?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the beginning of what you said.
The question is whether you'll be taping it.
Oh, yeah, it's set up to be taped no matter what. Because the office is closed Fridays all the time. So it's set up to be taped. The issue is when will they process the recording and post it, if they're, but they're in Mondays, the Monday after Thanksgiving, they'll be, so that'll be fine. So, all right, so I'm writing myself a note. Thanksgiving Friday. Okay, here, by a show of hands, who cannot come to class on Thanksgiving Friday? Okay, fine. The rest of you, if you would like, as I say, I mean, technically, a slight majority can, minority can't, but we're also missing another person who, so we can do a review. We can practice all kinds of things. There's so much, we can just get together and work on, I know the other classes I think are not meeting on Thanksgiving, so I won't do any new material. Okay, but I think those of you who can come, I'm happy to be with you.
That's
Yes,
good.
Marty.
Thank you.
You had said that we are far ahead of the other classes in
We
terms
are several pages ahead of the other classes. Yes.
So
we
it
are.
seems that a review session would work well because it would
Yeah.
put us more in sync with everybody else because, well, they're not meeting that Friday. so-
Right. So we won't get
Never
further
mind.
ahead. Right, we won't
Never
get
mind.
further ahead. You were thinking the way I was thinking, yes, but, and also,
Not expressing it well.
it's okay. As I say, this is one of my favorite hours of the week. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to do this with you all. So, why the heck not? Mary Ellen?
Was this date originally in our schedule to be a class date or not?
Well, it wasn't clear, honestly. They
Okay,
did not,
just curious.
they did not say, Connie, I don't
Oh,
remember.
I just have it
someplace-
down on my calendar, no Hebrews, and I picked that up, I guess, from the original notice
They-
that came out about the schedule.
They don't publicize exactly what Fridays, what not. They kind of leave it up to us, the
Okay,
teachers. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Of course, if I get a tissue, I won't sneeze, so let's try that.
I
Okay.
know jumping way ahead, but when we start using the Siddur, is
Mhm.
everybody going to be using the same version?
No,
Oh,
because you all probably have different ones. And I did not attempt to send out a PDF of a Siddur to everyone. I had asked for one and I didn't get one. In fact, we asked for a Machzor, we didn't get that either. So what we essentially did was we shared with each other who had what version of the book, and then we shared the page numbers for those different versions of the, some had Sim Shalom, some had Lev Shalem, just depended. Okay, but we're not, that's not until
no,
after
we're
we.
not there. We're not
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but we'll get, so, and one of my students actually, her job was, she was working at the synagogue office and she would go and get, the book that had the easiest print for her to read. That was the other issue, is sometimes the print is small. And you want to get a book that you can read clearly. So, all right, so that's where we are. And I just want you to know, you guys are real, and I keep telling you how well you're doing. And it's really true now that I hear from other teachers. You've been honest with yourself, you placed yourself in the right class, you're keeping up, you're doing great. So, I'm on top of the world. Okay. So we are,
Will
question,
we stay together as a class?
they don't guarantee that, but I think they try. So if you all can at the same time, that's the issue. Most of my students, I think, were grouped together. And especially if they asked to be at that time, they were hopefully put at that time. I think that as a group, most of them are. Okay, so now looking at our book on page 40, we're starting unit 6. Okay, the goal for unit 6 is Kiddush. It's the short form Kiddush, not the long form, but that's okay. We need some additional letters to get us there, but if you turn to page 45, you will see in the box
45, 35?
45, 4 or 5. You'll see in the box the Kiddush, right? Now I know that several of you know this prayer. And even though we haven't learned everything to get here. We're going to go over prayer now, and then we're going to go back to page 40. Well, because, we started out with Shalom Aleichem, and you didn't know how to read any of it, but we sang it, right? Or we listened to someone sing it for us, however we did it. So here, I know you guys know the first line, and if you want to sing with me, let's do that. So let's sing the prayer for the wine. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei pri hachamen. There we go, right? We all know that first line. Okay, now the second line is the beginning, right, of Kiddush, more Kiddush. So do what you can with me. You might know absolutely all of it, although while looking at the words, you might realize I was mispronouncing a single word. I thought it was a vet, but it was a bet. So I am guilty of it too. Okay, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher nishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzionu Mishabbat Hashem v'ahava ratzon. I've lost my tune.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. I'm already lost, please.
Okay, so we're about to start the fourth line all the way over to the left after the period. Kihu, okay?
That
Okay.
No. I got you. Okay.
Okay.
all right.
Tehillah, le'ikra kodesh, zecher l'tzion Mitzrayim, ki banu b'harta, ve'atanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat B'yahava u'ratzon, Yidchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh Hashem. Okay, not our best. I have
Where did
definitely
we sound?
got right. I've got stuff in my throat. We were a little off key, but that's not the point. The point is you do okay. You know what this sounds like. You're familiar with this prayer. There are pieces of it you can't pronounce by looking at it, but your head knows those words. So now we're going to go back to page 40. All right, and we're going to learn the letter bet. So I apologize. I can't remember if we already know bet and we're going to learn vet. I think that's the answer. We know bet and we're going to learn vet. So bet is the one with the dot in the middle, right? Which the little cheat sheet of ours says with a ball, right? It's an open box with a ball in it. And the vet it's a void or a vacuum. I don't know if those help you or not, but there aren't, I'm looking at the shapes of this letter and I think it's very distinctive, right? It has a very flat bottom. It's kind of a resh with a big flat bar underneath it, technically. So I didn't give us the target words at the top. Under unit 6, it says ba'ahava uvaratzon. So those are our target words. And you see it starts with a bet, but the second word, second letter is the vet. All right, so we're going to jump right in. There are examples of words we already know, right? Between the two boxes, Baruch, you guys know, B'nai, and Shabbat. Those are all bet words. All right. Now vet words. Now he thinks you guys have advanced enough. He doesn't have vet with all our vowels as line 1. Hallelujah. We're going to run into that on the next page, but I'm glad he doesn't do it on this page. Okay. So on line 1, Eileen, will you read for us on line 1?
Am vorach. Nay.
So try that one more time. Do this, the second word, because there's a shva under the vet. You have to give it a short sound.
Of, nay.
Ooh. So you were right the first time. Ooh, vene. You give it that little short ooh. Ooh, vene.
Uvane.
Yeah.
Shabbat.
Shabbat. Exactly. All right. Linda, can you read line 2?
Vishabat. Kadosh.
Wait.
Oh,
Line 2, page 40.
Oh, 40. Okay, I was still on 45. I'm sorry. Okay. Baruch Ham Torah.
Okay, slow down here. So ha, yes. You have the mem.
Ham Torah.
Okay, hold on. The second letter is a mem with a shva under it. So it has a short ham, and then we have the vet, right?
That's Ham Vorach.
Exactly. There we go.
B'nai uvnei Shabbat Shavat.
Exactly. So here he's really challenging you, the bet with the dot and the vet without the dot. Okay, good. Mary Ellen, will you read line 3?
Barhu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Beautiful, perfect. Sue, you have to unmute first.
Right. Okay. We're on line 4.
Yes.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarach La'olam Va'ed.
Excellent. Thank you. Barbara, line 5.
McKay.
So there's a
Mikha.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Mikha Reish.
That's a daled.
Yes, you're right. Mikha Desh.
Yes.
Hashabat.
Exactly. So now say them together.
Mikadesh Hashabat.
Perfect. There you are. Connie, will you read 6?
Uvyom.
Try again. You left the vowel off of the vet.
Uvayom.
Exactly.
Is it Uvayom Hashavat?
Slow down. Slow down on the second word.
Yeah. Hashvi.
Exactly.
Shabbat.
Exactly. Will you say them together now?
Uvayom Hashavi Shabbat.
Exactly. There we go. Marjorie, will you do line 7?
Bayom. Excuse me, I'm not like you today. Ooh, excuse me. Uvayom.
I think it's a line under there, so it's a.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Uvayom. That
Yep.
makes much more sense. Beini. Uvain.
Exactly. So again, these are phrases from prayers we know. Vayom, uvayom, beini, uvain, right? These are phrases we'll know. Eileen, will you read line 8? And this is our target phrase. Wait, where are you? Line 8?
Ba. Ba. Ta.
So,
No,
okay,
no.
line 8 on page 40. So you have a bet with a shava, b, right?
Ba.
Aleph with a a.
Can I say it again? Ba. Hava.
Right, ba'ahava, exactly, ba'ahava.
Uvraton.
Okay, but the vet there has a shava under it, so you have to give it a little sound, a short sound.
Doing that. I keep missing that. Uvratzon.
Uvaratzon, exactly, uvaratzon. So you kind of bring the u and the v together, but it's not uvratzon, it's uvratzon, okay?
What's that?
Just a little sound. Linda, will you read line 9?
Buratson,
Mhm.
Uvaratson.
Yes, thank you. Mary Ellen, 10?
Ahava,
Mhm.
Bahava.
So this could be the name Ahava, right? There's like Zahava, could be Ahava, which I think they want us to, that's why the Shiva and the Kamatsa is the Patah, whatever. Ahava, Ahava. I don't know. I'm not sure in this case.
Ba'ahava. I think, don't you have to say the aleph distinctly before you hit the
Yes,
the-
yes,
Ba'ahava?
yes. I think so.
Is that the case when you have a vowel under it? Then you have to say what the vowel is, and the vowel just happens to be the ah. And that's confusing because it's also an aleph.
So an aleph on its own has no sound at all.
That's right.
But an aleph never appears without a vowel. I don't think. Maybe at the end of a word. I think the spelling convention pretty much, an aleph is there to be a coat hanger for a vowel, is
Right.
how I think of
So
it.
the part where I miss it is because the aleph mentally, aleph gives me an a sound, and then the vowel is an ah. So you're not really saying that ah.
So that's the thing. The
You're saying
aleph,
the ah. You're not the vowel. You're not saying the ah.
right? The aleph is truly and always a silent letter. It has a name, aleph, but it has no sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Line 11, Sue.
Banu, Banu, Baratza, Banu.
Beautiful. Perfect. Barbara, line 12. There's two dots under that resh.
Yeah, Bereshit.
Perfect.
Bereshit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Bereshit
Thank you for
and
an easy
Vuresh.
line.
Sorry?
Thank you for an easy line.
Just happenstance, trust me, I didn't do anything. Okay, line 13, we're getting a little longer, but you know these phrases, so don't freak out. Connie, I'm sorry, that's for you.
Vanu, Asher, Kidishanu, Bemitz, Votav, Vitse, Vanu.
Thank you, perfect. Line 14, Marjorie.
Be'ahava,
Mhm.
Uvratzon. Shave.
So that's a again, that's
Oh,
a
okay.
word.
Shave thought.
It's actually Shabbat.
Oh.
Yep.
Shavat. Kadshayo. Kadshay. No. Yeah. Kadshay. No.
So there's the only vowel with the shin is the cholem vav, the o at the end, right? So kadisho.
Oh, Kadisho. Beyaha. Ta.
That's a vet. So it's,
Wait a minute. I'm on the word before the end.
yes, the second to the last word.
Oh, Biahava
Yes, exactly.
uvratzon.
Exactly. Yes.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Eileen, you have a question?
I have a question. On line 14, it looks like the second word. But did you give a sound to the vav or is it silent?
Okay, so we're gonna break this word down into syllables, okay? So the second word, line 14, the word is uvuratzon.
No, I
So-
thought that was the
The
third.
the next word.
Okay,
I'm sorry, am I looking at a different word than you?
I meant the next word.
Oh, so vishabat kadisho, I'm not sure what phrase you want me to look at.
Do you give any sound to the vav? Is it vushabat?
It is vishabat because the vav has a shva under it.
Okay,
So we're gonna give it a very short sound.
okay.
Okay, and Connie, that was your same question?
Same question.
Okay, so I'm gonna read line 14 again, so you'll have it, okay?
Sorry.
Okay, line 14. Be'ahava uveratzon vishabat kadsho be'ahava uveratzon. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Right, and I think we're now at line 15. We haven't done that, have we? Okay, Eileen, will you read line 15?
Vushabat. Could.
There's an ah under the, right, the first,
Oh, I missed, yeah. Kadosh, wait, no. Kad. Shah, I can't say that word.
you're getting so close. You're figuring it out though. So kadisha, kadshecha, I mispronounced it myself. Kadshecha.
Kad Shacha.
You see why we get there? So we've got the ah under the first letter, right? Under the kuf. Then the dalet has a shava. The shin has a shava. And then we have a sofit letter, right? A chaf sofit with a ah under it. So kadeshecha.
Kud Shacha.
Okay.
Va. Uvratzon.
There you go. Excellent. All right. Does anyone have a question? You guys look quizzical about this. You good? Okay, great. All right. I'm going to move to the top of page 41 and learn another.
I do have a question.
Yes, Connie.
I think I just have misinformation in my head. I thought if you break a word into syllables, at the end of a first syllable, under the letter, if there's a shva, you don't pronounce.
You don't
it.
pronounce the shva. Well, I could be doing it wrong.
Is that like, so like, say for
Yes.
example, kadeshecha, would it be kadshecha?
It is.
Yeah,
Kadshecha.
yeah.
You are absolutely right.
Thinking it's cod is the first syllable.
You're right.
We sort
So-
of did it the same on other words too, where we seem to pronounce it.
So I'm going to
But
give
it's
you
a
right.
double schwa. There's a double schwa there.
Well,
which
so
we usually
let's look
don't
at
run
line
into.
15. And Connie's right, and I apologize. So line 15, let's see if I can read it right. Shabbat, kad shecha, because you got two shvas there, right? One is
Right.
ending a syllable, one's beginning.
Right.
Kad shecha, and you're right. The first shva is going to be silent. The second shva has a little sound. Next word, ba'ahava. The last word, uvratzon. So you're right. The uvratzon. See, I've always said this word uvratzon. I have to be uvratzon, but maybe the pronunciation we're learning, the shva under the vet would be the end of the syllable, and it'd be uvratzon.
Yeah.
Uvratzon. And kad shika is almost like you stop. Kad shika.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
there's a longer pause. I think.
Right,
than
it's
the
like a
double
full
schwa.
stop. Yeah, like a
Right.
full stop. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. That's correct. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
On to the chet on the next page. But thank you, Connie, for correcting me and for
Well,
using the rule that we were taught and applying it correctly. Perfect.
I want to make
Okay.
sure I was remembering that right.
No, excellent. Okay, so page 41, our new target phrase, hin chi lanu, hin, hal, tanu. A little bit of a tongue twister, the way he's put the words together, but that's okay. The point here is we need to learn the letter chet. Now the chet sounds a lot like our other CH letters. And it's not to be confused with the letter hey, right? If you look at our cheat sheet, this is the second line in the middle. You have the hey, where you have the whole or the half line, and you have to the left of it the chet, where it connects. So, and if you're looking at the cheat sheet, the letter Dalet at the far right of the second line, and then you scoot over and you look at the chet that we're about to learn, they have the same shape on the right-hand side, but the chet has a leg that its upper left stands on, right? So that's a chet for you. It always sounds like a ch, that guttural ch sound never changes. And it does not have a final version. It does have an unusual rule we're going to come to, but we haven't gotten there yet. So I'll save that for when we get to it. Okay. So as I say, our target words, hin, hi, hin, chi, lanu, hin, chal, tanu. Those are our targets. Okay, line 1, I will do it for you because it's all guttural, and why should we all start coughing? Ha, ha, chi, chi, che, che, cho, cho, chu, chu, cha. Okay? All right, so then we're going to start with line 2. Linda, will you do line 2, page 41?
Ha, chayom.
So go back to the first one. Now, because of that yud there, it's going to be
Haye.
chai. Chai.
Hi. Okay.
It's very similar to chayim, right? The second word, but that yud. So if you look down at the bottom of the page, the double asterisk, when the yud follows either the batach or the kamatz, either ah sound, you pronounce it I.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's haye, hayai.
No, the first one is just chai,
Hi.
because you just have the chet with the ah under it and a yud following. So one syllable chai.
Ha, yam, or is it hayim?
Chayim.
Hayim. Hayim. Hayam.
Hold on. Are you on the third word?
Oh, it's lay.
Yeah,
L'chayim.
yes.
Oh, okay. Torah.
Yeah.
Hayim.
Mm-hmm.
Al.
So that's el. It's
How.
so you're inverting your letters. So the aleph has the a sound followed by
A.
So this is two. This is actually not one word. This is two words.
Ale. High.
Exactly. El chai.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know. His spacing is not
Yeah, no, I was trying to make it one word and it's
yeah, and it's not. It's two words. Right. Mary Ellen, will you do line 3?
Kala.
Chala. So chala, like chala, you know?
No, that's not hala.
Chala. Well, that's what these letters combine to form the sound chala.
But isn't it kala?
No, why?
Okay. Because the CH, the hard sound. Ka.
Oh, I would not say it's a hard CH. It's a guttural. Yeah,
Okay.
this really should sound like chala.
Okay. Lahem.
So lechem, yeah.
Lechem. Okay. Menuka.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Menuka.
Mm-hmm.
Echad.
Echad. See, now you
So
did the cha.
see, I say that hard. So echad, we
Yes.
say, so
So to me,
I would-
here, slow down for 1 second. So the way you said echad is how you should be saying all that chet all the way through. You said echad so perfectly, you could have been a sabra. But
right.
in your head, you're struggling to say it that way on the other letter, on the other words, like lechem.
Okay, so challah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're using the same principle for ahad, it would be challah.
Well, you're confusing, or I think you're
Oh, there's no,
morphing two thoughts together. So where you put the emphasis versus how you pronounce the chet are two different things.
Okay.
So, because you're pronouncing the chet now smoothly. So say the second one, lechem.
Lechem. See, I say lechem.
Well, okay. I'm not sure which, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Oh, you said the K. You said lechem. You said hamotzi lechem. You said
I
that.
say lechem as opposed to lechem.
Ah,
I'm not sure which
okay.
is correct. Maybe we'll ask Larry. But I say hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Lechem.
Okay.
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 So the chet here is that soft guttural ch. So because you don't want to confuse it with the kuf, which is more a k, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So say lahaim. How do you say lahaim?
L'chaim.
Yeah, I use the guttural. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, and
It just could be from who I've been around.
okay. Well, and I know some people, they just can't do it softer. They're so such a challenge for them.
but you say things without reading them. That's the thing that's
Right. Well,
weird.
that's Mary Ellen's reference to who I've been around. That's what she's saying. All right, let's move on to line 4. Sue, will you read line 4?
Hin he lanu,
Okay, yep.
hin halatanu,
And in this case, the lamed is going to be silent because it's the end of the syllable. So,
the shva,
I mean, the shva is going to be silent under the lamed. Yes, that's
hin
right.
haltanu,
There you go. Perfect.
tehila
Mhm.
laharta.
Exactly. You are really zooming, girl. Barbara, line 5.
Chada.
Okay, here you have a hey as the third letter. And so you start with a bet, then you have
Yeah.
a hey there, and then you have a vet. So you have to make the difference.
Be'ahava.
So the hey is it's a H sound, not a CH sound.
It has a hole.
So yours,
Be'ahava.
ahava. Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Uvra zone.
Yes, yes.
Hin ta. Hin tala nu.
So the third letter is our chet, and it has one dot, which is the he sound, just like the first. So
Hin ti lanu.
hin chilanu. Yes,
Ti
exactly.
lanu. Yeah.
Exactly. Very nice. Connie, line 6.
Be'ahava. Uvratzon. Hin hilanu.
There's a-
Hilatanu.
Say it one last time because I spoke over you.
Hin halatanu.
Hin chal.
Hin,
You're so close.
isn't it? Hin haltanu.
Perfect. There you go.
Oh, Tanu.
Exactly. You got it. You were so close. You were tripping yourself up. You
I was
really
tripping
you were
over
so
it.
close.
Yeah.
Okay. Line 7, Marjorie.
Tehillah,
Mm-hmm.
Hum, Yom, Tehillah,
Mm-hmm.
Yom, Tehillah, Limikra,
Uh-huh.
Ray, okay, Kadosh,
Kodesh, actually.
Kodesh, I'm sorry.
Right. Because that dot, you see the dot on top of the ku?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a little on my copy, it's almost touching the top of the, even though I
It
think
is.
that's just a smear, as it were. But yes, Yom Tehillah, the Mikra E Kodesh. That's the line, or that's the phrase. Perfect. Okay, Eileen, line 8.
Bacharta,
Mm-hmm.
Banu,
Mm-hmm.
Va, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Vakara, wait,
It's almost the same word as the first word you said, just has a vet instead of a bet.
oh. Vakarata,
So vacharta,
Vacharta. But Banu,
mm-hmm.
Oh, the same word.
Yes.
Vacharata.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's where you just make that sound. Va-o, ta,
Mhm. Perfect.
ki, kidash,
Mm-hmm.
ta, kidash.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm going to read it back to you. Vacharta, vanu, vacharta, vanu, vacharta, ve'otanu, kidashta. Okay? All right. So in the box, let's see what he's got going on in this box.
Yeah.
The Shabbat Kadsho. Okay, so excuse me while I try to figure out why he boxed them and why he has a right side and a left side. Uvaratzon, ba'ahavat uvaratzon.
Last letter.
Yeah.
The vowels a little different.
Last letter.
Yeah.
On the box.
Well, on the first line, the second line though, ba'ahava uvaratzon. What is going on? Ba'ahava. All right, well, let's just read them and the heck with it. Let's start. Eileen, will you read line 9, please?
V'shabbat,
Yes.
show.
Yes.
Oh, the other part of it. Shabbat Kadshacha.
There you go. Vishabbat Kadshacha. Exactly. So maybe, but it's this line 10. So let's all look at line 10 for a minute. Is there any difference here? Ba'ahava, uvaratzon. There's no difference. It's the same on both sides.
No, it's not.
What am I missing?
Under the resh, on one side, it's the T. On the other side, it looks to me like 3 dots.
Oh, it's actually a T on both, under both.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Okay,
it really
never
is.
mind.
All right, so Mary Ellen, you have the actual book. Do you see a difference in these two phrases?
No.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
thank you.
Okay,
All
sorry.
right. No, it's the print. The print is lousy. So line 10 is Eileen, I'm sorry, Linda, will you read line 10? It's the same on both sides. You get a break.
Ba'ahava uvratzon.
Yeah.
Ba'ahava uvratzon.
Yes.
Unless
Okay.
that's the a ver under there, and it looks like under 3 lines, 3 dots under the first word on the second side.
No, but Mary Ellen has the actual book and they're the same vowels,
It's
aren't
the
they, Mary
same.
Ellen?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
she's
exactly
got the
the
clearest
same.
version. Okay, so on line 11, however, we do have a different vowel combination. So Mary Ellen, will you read line 11?
If I can.
You can, I know you can.
Hin hilanu.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hin ha latanu.
So in this case, this is where the lamed, you're so close, the lamed ends the syllable. So actually, hin hal tanu, the shva under the lamed.
Okay,
right,
yes.
shva under
yes.
the lamed is going to be like it's not there.
Right. Hin
Okay.
hal tanu.
Perfect, beautiful, excellent. Okay, so at the very bottom of the page are examples of when that yud after an ah makes it sound like I. Okay, so I'll read these words for you. Derachai, okay. Yishai, mitzvotai, and mitzvotai again, slightly different spelling.
Oh,
I'm not sure why he uses a kamatz versus a patach, but essentially pronunciation is identical.
and those words mean the same?
I think they do, but I'm not certain. I'm not good enough at knowing when to use a kamatz and when to use a patach. I apologize.
No.
Beyond the scope of this class, so I get a
Yeah.
pass.
You get a break.
But you
read
know a
the-
lot more than we do, so you're totally.
Could you
Thank
read the last word again?
Uh-huh.
I thought I heard something different. Go ahead.
It's mitzvotai. This is that very crazy anomaly word where the vav acts as a consonant and a vowel.
Okay.
Okay,
And this is the only word we have to worry about? for
only
that?
time it happens, right? The only time it could be b'mitzvotav, it could be mitzvotai, but that combination is the only time it happens. Yes. Okay,
Doesn't come often?
that word.
No, the yud at the,
Oh, yes, well, the yud after the ah sound, yeah, it comes pretty often.
Mm.
Believe it or not, it does. Okay, let's go on to page 42. And now we're going to learn a hard K sound. This is a kaf. So if you look at the bottom of page 42, he's going to show us, you've got the kuf on the far right that has equals K. And then he has the new letter kaf, which has the dot in the middle, right? That also is a hard K, as opposed to the sister letter to kaf right under it on the bottom, the chaf, which we already learned, right? Backward C with no dot in the middle, and it's interesting here, Mary Ellen. So here he has for chaf, either CH or KH, but then to the left of it, for chet, he has H or CH. I don't understand why he would have H for chet. That to me makes no sense whatsoever. H goes with a hey. So,
But it has the vowel for the E sound underneath it. That's why.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Mhm.
Where he has the H.
Oh, that dot? Oh, he does. You're right. I thought that was just a schmear on my page.
No, that's why I'm saying.
Oh,
But he used that back on 41. He put
He
that
did in the
dot
top
under.
box, which is why I say that.
oh, I apologize. You know what? I thought that was an extraneous mark on my
Oh,
page
no,
of
it's,
the book.
no.
I'm
it's-
sorry. I didn't understand.
That's the Shirik. Shirik? Is that it? The
Chirik,
single-
chirik.
Yes, that's how I see. So that's why I pronounced it that way.
You're absolutely right that, but at the same time on page 41, he says it's CH like
I
chai
know.
and l'chaim.
I know.
So I don't understand his use of that hey. I'm sorry. And I don't know him, so I can't ask him.
I don't think he's around.
I don't think he is either. I didn't want to say that without more commitment, but yes, I agree. But okay, so let's page 42. Let's talk about the kaf. So we know it's the companion or half sibling, a sibling to the chaf, which we already learned, right? But in this case, the cheat sheet says catch the ball. Okay. It's a little confusing because of the concept of a B for ball, but it's catching something. It's catching that dot, right? And that has more of a hard K sound or whatever we want to call that K sound. Okay. We're going to skip line 1 as we always do. We're going to jump right into line 2. And here is that example. Oh, I apologize. At the top of the page, we have our target words, ki and mikal. All right. So line 2 are those target words, ki, mikal. So I just read those for you. So I'm going to move you to line 3. Sue, will you read line 3?
Kala. Wait a minute.
You're good. You're fine.
Yeah, I can't see the dots. Leak road.
You're close. Try again.
Leak rate.
No, it's actually an
Leak rot.
Likrat, right?
Okay.
So what's the second word there?
Kala.
Kala. Likrat kala. That's a phrase,
kala.
right? From
Right.
Friday night.
Laha.
Mhm.
No D.
Yep.
Leak rate.
Same
Kala.
word. It's actually the again. Likrat kala.
Yeah, that's hard. It looks like 2 dots.
I know it's a crummy copy, but so these
Yeah.
are phrases from the prayer
Likrat
Friday
Kodi. Yeah,
night,
like
right?
yeah.
Kala is the bride, like likrat kala.
Uh-huh.
Dodi, likrat kala, right? That's what this is.
Yeah.
Okay, line 4. Barbara, you get super off the hook here with one word.
Well, let's hope I get it right.
You need to be
Kavod.
more positive.
Kavod.
Kavod, right. Kavod, beautiful. Okay, line 5, Connie.
Uh,
Well, not to put
Yeah, but-
Connie out of business, but I'll only earn one more word if I do that next line.
Okay, Connie, you get to hold on, and Barbara has
Okay,
volunteered to do line 5.
It's kavod.
It's not though, because there's shva at the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah, kavod.
There you go.
Kavod.
Mhm.
Malchut.
You're good.
Malchuto.
Perfect. There you go. All right. Excellent. I like that you didn't question yourself. Excellent. So that means, Connie, you get line 6.
6. Kamocha,
Yes.
me, kamocha.
Perfect. Beautiful. Now these sound like phrases we know, and I'm hoping that from here out, that for the most part, this whole unit are phrases you will recognize. Line 7, Marjorie?
Hanukkah.
Yes.
Oh, Hanukkah.
Ner
Yes.
Shel Hanukkah.
Beautiful.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Yes. Okay. Eileen, line 8.
Me, he,
Yeah.
he.
So that's a hard K sound.
Make that sound. Hi, hi.
No, it's you were right with the E, but you need to make it a K and not a CH.
He,
Key.
key.
Yeah.
Key.
Yes.
You don't sound the yud at all.
Well, you are kind of sounding it, but you're right. So no, it doesn't, because it's a 1 dot and not an sound, it doesn't go to
I
that
thought
yud.
one of those tricky ones.
Right, but because it's not an the yud doesn't play that same role when it's an E.
Chem,
So that's actually a hey, not a chet.
oh, that's a hey.
It's a hey. So that's an H sound.
Huyom
So ki,
Tehila.
I think you're on line 9 when I'm on line 8, but that's okay.
I was doing both.
You were doing both, but that's all right. So now, so do line 8 and line 9 because you've done them anyway, but read them smooth for me.
Key,
Mm-hmm.
key, home,
Hame.
hame, tayo.
Okay, so this is,
No,
We're
that's,
gonna-
is that a tet or a chet?
it's a chet. It's a chet with a a under it. And then the yud has 2 dots, an a under it.
Hayenu.
There you go, chayenu, perfect. Okay, so now do 9 because I think you already did 9.
I already did 9. Do it again.
Do it again.
Chi,
So
who,
this is a hard K sound because it has a dot in the middle of the huff with a dot is a cuff, and it has a K sound.
ki huyom, ta, chila. Tequila.
Perfect, exactly, right. So, all right, so line 8 is ki hame, chayenu, and line 9 is ki hu yom techila. Good.
I think I'm having trouble with the chets, the K and the,
The cuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, it's a brand new letter, but honestly, the more you correct yourself, the more you'll remember it. So that's okay. Tripping over it and correcting yourself is how we learn. Linda, will you do line 10?
Sure. Ki huyom tehila lemikre kodesh.
Slow a little. So the
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
second to last word, the resh has a under it.
second to last.
So le, mi,
Lemikra. Lemikra a
yes,
kodesh.
exactly. There you go. And it could be that your version of the book is just not clear. So not to worry. Mary Ellen, line 11.
Mikal ha'amim.
Exactly. Beautiful. Sue, line 12.
Ki, Banu, Baharta.
Perfect. Barbara, line 13.
Ki, Vanu, Vata,
So it's a chet, a resh, and a tet.
Vata,
That's a chet.
Vata,
So that second letter is a chet.
oh, Vahet, Vaha.
Achar.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. Vaharta,
Yes, exactly.
Vaharta,
Mhm,
Mikal,
mhm.
Hatzmachim.
There's a mem and a mem sophit. So the ayin is silent, but it has a
Oh.
ah under it.
Ha'amim.
Exactly, right.
Oh, that's my problem. I was confusing that Aleph with a tzaddik.
Except it's an ayin, but yes, exactly. And
yeah,
there's a lot, that's hard to remember, exactly. So the phrase for 13 is ki vanu vacharta mikal ha'amim. And Mary Ellen, I can't help but think of this. I'm guessing that we hear mikal is mikal
Yeah,
ha'amim, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
older pronunciation, mikal ha'amim.
Yeah.
Right? Ki vanu vacharta. Right? Mikal ha'amim, right? But it's Mikal here.
I know.
Yes, well, okay. So we are at 10 o'clock, but let's quickly just look at the box on the bottom of page 42, right? So he's got here in this order across the top of the box, right? He's got the kuf, the kaf, the chaf, the chet, and the hay.
Those are my hard letters.
These are challenging, okay? And so if we go across, I'm going to read for you. But, you know, he tells you right here, obviously, all these ones on the right have the kuf, and then we get the kaf letters. But okay, so likrat, kala, chala, chala, and halel. So in my opinion, the third and the fourth column are always going to, those two letters sound the same to me. My pronunciation of the chaf and the he and the chet, excuse me, chaf and chet, I have the same sound in my throat. So I'm going to read across the second line now. Kadosh, kamocha, chamocha, chai, haya. And the last line, kol, kal, kachal, kachal, yachil, Elohim. Okay, I know it's tricky. Even I screwed up one of them, but this is where we are.
On 13, the very last word, it's not me, mem. It's not because there's no
Yeah,
they're under there. No, it's not
Yamim.
under there.
So the line 13, the very last word is ha, a, mim. So
It
you
is
have a hey, then you have an ayin, which is
Right.
silent, except it has a ah sound here for the vowel beneath it.
Mhm.
The mem with one dot, the yud, and the final mem. Ha, a, mim. Okay?
But
Okay.
there's no two, there's not a double M sound. It's just meme.
Mim. Well, that is two M's. Meme. It's two M.
It's not
Yeah.
me. Yeah, it's not a double sort of thing. Okay.
Okay. I thought someone had a question. Did someone have a hand up? No? Okay. So we will pick up on page 43. I'm writing it on my notes. And I will send you some, summary review homework. I will on Tuesday, hopefully forward the recording and just keep practicing. So this is a really good couple of pages to practice. I know these are challenging. So honestly, if you don't practice between now and next Friday, I think you're going to be a little lost because, we're moving on. And you could also practice if I could send you actually, you know what? I'm also going to send you a YouTube of a beautiful singing version or singing of what's in the box on page 45, the Kiddush on that box. So unfortunately, this YouTube has the Hebrew, but then it has the transliteration underneath it, the lovely female rabbi who's singing it. I know you guys will look at the Hebrew and not the transliteration, but she does a gorgeous job of pronouncing each word, singing it beautifully. So I will share that with you, okay? Okay, wonderful. Have a great Shabbat and a good week. See you next week.
You too.